What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome back to Cosmic Dialect Tarot. Sag, if our reading gets cut off, I am dealing with storage problems. So if there is an abrupt cutoff without a proper ending, that is why. Just want to get that out of the way. So trusted angels, trusted ancestors, trusted spirits, trusted guides, come into space as we read for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. If you're here to watch for your Sagittarius person that you're interested in, just be respectful. Please don't be a stalker, weird person, okay? All right. Also, if anything I say triggers you in a way that makes you upset, makes you feel fear, anger, emotions that are not conducive to making you feel better about your journey or learning any new information or helpful information about what you're seeking, please just click off. As much as I want you to be here watching this reading, just if it's not your reading, if it doesn't hit, don't make it fit, please. Please, please, please. We don't want to manifest things that are not for us, okay? Sagittarius, I did a pre-shuffle. As I did a pre-shuffle, I had a 5 of Cups fall on the ground. It came out upside down, which is good. We'll see what else comes out, Sag. What else? There was another thing I was trying to remember. Let's see if it comes out. I want to get into the reading just because I'm worried about my phone always cutting off, because it does like every time. So, Saggies, let's get into it. Whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help us God. What do we have for the sign of Sagittarius? Trusteds. Truth messages only, please. For the sign of Sagittarius. For the sign of Sagittarius. I have a Sagittarius moon, so Saggies, I love my Saggies. Okay, hello. Okay, hello. This deck is a gossipy bitch. She's talking a lot. Maybe you're dealing with gossipy bitches. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you're easily offended, I might not be the tarot reader for you. I cuss. I say things that I say. Okay, that's all. A Page of Wands, Sag. Here you are. Page of Wands. Sag is like, I don't care. I like... tell me more. Sag, tell me more, tell me more. That Grease, that song from Grease. You know? I don't know all the lyrics. Just tell me more, tell me more. This came out for another fucking sign that I did previously too. Okay, so you could be dealing with like a love drama. It's like forbidden love. Forbidden love. But you long for one another with the Page of Wands. I don't know. Let's see what comes out for Sag. Okay. Oh la la. What? Dude, this deck, do you guys see? Hold on. I see these. We'll take these. Okay, we have an upside down Queen of Sword ass. That's not good. We have a World card upright. A 9 of Wand on its side. We'll take it upright. These circle cards are, it feels upright, but let's take it upright. We'll see what else comes out. Will help decipher what the message is, Sagittarius. Okay, so we have a Page of Wands and an upside down Queen of Sword. Okay, we have a liar that's very confident in their lies because they feel like something's wrapped up and done with. They feel like you're too wounded and too what are the words I'm trying to find? They feel like something's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like it's a wrap. They feel like it's a wrap. And they're confident in this because they feel like, how do I say this? In Sag, I'm not saying this to be offensive, okay? So take it where you see fit. You're the master of your story. Somebody feels like you're a mess or like you're too wounded to carry through your mission. Okay, clearly that's not the fucking case. And this person's a psychopath because we have a Queen of Swords upside down. Liar. Lying bitch. Liar. Masculine or feminine, I don't care. Could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. A Capricorn. A Leo. Or a fellow Sagittarius. Or Taurus. Or Scorpio. Having that in your chart, Saggy, or you're dealing with one. You have a liar that's very confident because they feel like you were a lost cause. Like, I'm not liking that. The vibe coming off this Queen of Swords paired with the Page of Wands upright. It's like they're cocky. They're arrogant. Paired with the World card upright and the Nine of Wands upright. They were confident in their lies and their distortions of the truth because it was already done for. It was already wrapped up into conclusion because you are wounded. Okay. Okay, what else? A Two of Wands upside down. Well, sad news for that individual, or it seems like just one for now, but we'll see. They could have heavy Aries or Gemini, Aquarius, Libra in their chart, whoever this person is. Whatever this person is, which is giving like creature of the night, of the day, of the creep crawling ass realms. This person is a succubus, an incubus, okay? They're a succubus or an incubus. That's a leech. That's a leecher of energy. Masculine is an incubus. Succubus is a feminine. That's a leech of energy. It wants to steal your force. And they were confident in doing that. But their plan is not working out. The Two of Wands is upside down. So. Woo, woo, woo. We have a Ten of Pentacles, a King of Pentacles, and a Seven of Cups. Yeah, they got all up in your mix-up, didn't they? They gained your trust. They gained your trust. Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. They were able to gain your trust somehow. Make you feel comfortable. Stable. With money, more specifically, and your emotions with the Seven of Cups. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio, or a Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn, Aries, fellow Sagittarius. I get they're a little bit clouded by their own dysfunction, distortion, demented view of what they thought was possible. They're confuddled. They're confuddled. Confused, confuddled. They were trying to get into something to do with your money, Sag. And like, I'm not saying you don't have it like that. Like maybe you do, maybe you're balling out of control. I don't know what your money pockets look like, but it feels like they're disappointed because they put in all this effort to like fuck you over and like screw you over with money, something to do with money. They're like, yes, they thought they sank it in, sunk it in, whatever the term is for like sinking it in. It's a win. It's you know, it's a, yeah. But they were wrong. They were wrong. Not only were they wrong, but they've embarrassed themselves and whoever they deal with that was like also banking it in on this plan of some kind. this is what they do for a living. They do money entanglement, family entanglement, lying. That's how they get their money. They do this professionally. Oh yeah, it's international. It's international. We have international liars that entangle money systems. So romance scammers. Ting, ting, ting. Romance scammers. Okay, getting into bed with somebody, getting them to fall in love with you, and then getting their money tangled up with said perpetrator, scary person that's here. This Page of Wands character, this upside down Queen of Sword. They're quite confident in how they do this, but why do I feel that things are falling apart? Well, it's here in the reading. Horizontally, we have the Queen of Sword upside down, the Ten of Pentacle upright, and the Nine of Wand upright. They didn't have the full truth on you. They tried to come for you like that, but they didn't have the full truth on you. Like maybe you used to like maybe you had, like maybe you were making good money, but like you don't come from like a family background that's like rich or like has money like that, but maybe they thought you did. Basically, they clocked you wrong. They're not very good. They're not as good at their job as they think they are. Because if they were smart, they wouldn't have confuddled or confused or confiddled or confizzled with an individual like yourself that is unfuckwittable, first and foremost. And secondly, if they would have had a whiff of that or had the correct means to attain information they would need to carry through such plan, to get involved in your finances, your family, the veins, the roots of your system, to completely corrupt it and take it over for their own gain, they would know you were not, you just wouldn't be legible. Okay, legible. So something about signatures, something about people that are something's not legible, something's not readable, something's not correct. Maybe it was something they did. They could be using your name, your signature, your John Hancock, okay, for something that they're doing. Because if all this failed, they don't want to completely toss you away. So they're really grabbing at straws here is how it feels. Because I don't think you still deal with this person or group or whatever. It feels like it doesn't feel like a big group. I mean, maybe if this is like a criminal enterprise of some kind, it probably is a bigger group. But like this is like just a couple of individuals that like targeted you, that like work for something else, right? But now they're grabbing at straws, probably because they don't want to get in trouble with people that will oust them and throw them under the fucking table, because they don't want to go to jail or prison, especially because these fucktards didn't do their research correctly. They didn't know that you were just like an awesome person that came up on some money because you're good at whatever it is that you do. Okay, whatever you do for work. I don't know what it is, but whatever you do for work, you earned your stripes honestly, in an honest way. Not because you're some trust fund baby and like no shame, no harm, no foul to people that are born into money. I'm not trying to, but like that's not you. But they thought that was you. And when it was found out that you're actually not that, they're trying to like make up for it. And now they're grabbing at straws and it's not successful. It's not working. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for them, not for you. What do we have for Sagittarius? A 10 of Cups is what we got for Sagittarius. They got your family involved in this, okay? They got your family confused on shit. How'd they do that? Maybe they actually started to fall in love with you too, Sag. There could be like some little, okay, this is all over the place. If this was some form of like people that do this for a living, like seek out individuals to exploit, right? To extort, to exploit. They don't get attached. That's not what they're, you know, but like for some reason you like tickled something within them. Maybe you have like a sassy side. Maybe you have like a little bit of like a rebellious side, a mysterious side, something they couldn't really clock very easily. Reminded them of themselves, perhaps, before they went like totally into the tunnel of darkness of no return. And they fell in love with you. They felt stable with you. King of Pentacle, 10 of Cup, 7 of Cup. They got comfortable with you. This created more problems with whatever they were trying to do to begin with. Okay. A 4 of Pentacles. They're having to tiptoe around this now. They're having to be very careful. They could have caught wind that they could be under investigation or being looked at. If this is anything about what I've just been talking about, like an enterprise involved in like romance scamming people, falsely getting involved with people to get their money mixed up, and screw them over, to eventually just do them so dirty that they end up in prison or worse. If they ended up falling in love with you, catching feels for you, thinking you're funny, think you had a sense of humor, liked your sense of style, liked how you decorate, liked how you talk, like the way you move. They like something about you. So much so that it's fucked up their whole little system. You might take this as a compliment, but you might also be like disgusted at the whole idea of this. Like you're like, yeah, that's cool. Like, I already know. I already know I'm the shit. I'm not surprised that some weirdos fell in love with me. I already know. And I don't fuck with them, but like, I'm not like, that's fine. If they want to flounder in their own bullshit scenario that they've created for themselves, have at it. You're out of there. You don't care to deal with any of this. Meanwhile, you have a whole scenario that's like trying to figure something out involving you and how they can fix it. You might not even know all the details of what's going on here, and I don't really think that you want to know all the details of what's going on there, but we are watching a tarot reading, right? So like you want to know a thing or two, so let's see what comes out. A 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. They're trying to be careful about who they talk to. They don't want your family to know too much information. I don't know if they have communications with your family members, but they're trying to be very careful about what they express to your family or to that person's family or to whoever you guys are connected to. Like maybe it wasn't always that way. Maybe y'all used to like interconnect together before things got all messy and strange, before you had like a hard no and separated yourself from them. Because why wouldn't you? If this is if what I'm saying is true here, Sag, you clearly would want to disassociate from a upside down Queen of Swords that's full of lies, that got all up in your family mix up, that had a crazy ass idea to get your money involved in a potential romance scam or just exploit you for whatever that means. It doesn't have to be romance. It could be exploitation on all sorts of levels, whatever you do for work, whatever industry you're involved in. Or if they thought you were like a trust fund baby, I don't know, but it's like they saw you as like a little money ticket situation, and it does feel romantic, but like, let's not get it twisted. It feels like stability is the most, like we have a 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles here. So family, roots, feeling safe, feeling loved, combined with a lying, charismatic, upside down 2 of Wands character that has to be careful now because there's a lot of confusion going on. They're grabbing at straws. They're nervous. You're making them nervous. Something's making them nervous. We also have the World card here, so something is actually over as well. Like it's a wrap. Like something is over about this. The Page of Wands with the 2 of Wands and the World card is horizontal at the top. So it was over before it began. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got flip-flop flyers. Hold on. Hold on. It's a Hierophant upright. A Hierophant upright. Is this person married already? 9 of Swords. They could be like unhappily married or this, okay, what? This could be about marriage. These are upside down. Oh boy. A Knight of Wands upside down. A Fortitude upside down. So Strength upside down. Knight of Wands upside down. Queen of Cups upside down. Okay, Saj, this is kind of strange. There could be something that this person did to you to make you feel, when I say did to you, okay, because this is starting to feel like a romance thing. And if it's not, I need to touch on this lightly because it could imply that you were abused sexually by this person. And it was not a long-term relationship. Okay, so Knight of Wands upside down, Strength upside down with a Queen of Cups upside down. Weakness, impulsivity, and manipulation that involves lust, aggressive lust, and highly manipulative behavior. And having no boundaries or not respecting boundaries is how we'll put it. Not respecting boundaries, lust, and being highly manipulative and very skeevy, slithery, scurvy ass ways. This person was able to gain your trust. You guys may have had, like, if it wasn't just plain abuse that they did to you, unwarranted. Well, what abuse is warranted? But like, if it wasn't your partner, right? Your intimate partner. If it was just, you know, if it wasn't your intimate partner, that would be the more, you know, unwarranted abuse, right? What is warranted abuse? Nothing is, okay? So don't get my words twisted, please. But what I'm trying to get at is, like, this person was either your boyfriend or girlfriend, or somebody you dealt with in the past that, like, used you as like a punching bag of some kind, and you did have intimate relationship with them. Or it was somebody that actually just like sexually assaulted you and used you as a punching bag. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry. And I just, I hope that my words didn't get mixed up there. Okay, so it feels more so like this was somebody that gained your trust, because we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups here with the King of Pentacles. 7 of Cups, 2 of Wands upside down. So this is somebody you probably dealt with that you trusted. They were incredibly abusive to you. Queen of Swords upside down, Queen of Cups upside down, Strength upside down, Knight of Wands upside down. And the Hierophant upright, you thought this was your person. You thought you could trust them. You thought they were committed to you. You believed them. You believed their lies. They are convincing. They do this for a living, right? That's what we were talking about. They do this for a living. This is their job. This is their job. They do this for a living. Earn people's trust. Abuse them. Maybe, and like, look, like, abuse is a very tender topic. And usually when people abuse people, and I'm not making up excuses for them, please don't get that twisted. But this person was probably abused in their youth, in their childhood, by maybe their own parents, a family member, a random stranger, who knows? And that domino effect of how unhealed trauma warps in the minds of humans as we grow into adults without looking at it. And like, I don't ever really like to say healed, like with a D on the end. Like, we are healing. I don't really ever think we are fully healed. But I don't think this person that abuses people, that gains their trust to get into their money system. Sorry, I burp, and when I burp, things are hitting with the truth. It's a tell of mine, so sorry, I'm not trying to be gross, it's just a thing, okay? But gets into their money system to gain their trust, probably is pretty charismatic with that Page of Wands there, but they're full of lies. They're very, very good at appearing like they say truth, but they don't. They don't say truth at all. They're good at appearing stable, but they are not stable at all. They have a lot of little hooks in all sorts of different systems that you might not even know about. And maybe you found out about it. And something about the intimacy and the sexual connection feels, I don't want, it could have been abusive, like actually like, but okay, and mostly it's just abuse in general. I'm just getting abuse off this, like mental, physical, emotional. This person seems like a sociopath or a psychopath, and I'm not a mental doctor, so don't, like, clearly I'm a tarot reader on YouTube. I'm not and a tattoo artist and a painter. I'm not a mental doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I have never been in medical school. I have never studied the human psyche in school professionally. So, but that being said, with what's here in the cards and the feeling that I have in my tummy is like, it feels highly toxic, highly manipulative, a lot of gaslighting. And then what happens when people gaslight you like this is it causes a lot of phobia. Actually, it causes like more phobias than people are aware of. When you deal with narcissism or being gaslit to question your own sanity, because this, I get you trusted this person. We have a 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles here. You trusted them. You were attracted to them. There was chemistry there. And you're still going though. We have a 9 of Wands. Like you're the wounded warrior. You're hanging on. You're fine. They're upside down. Let's get more on them. But like, I'm just saying, Saggy, I love you. If this resonates, I'm so sorry if you're dealing with this. Because this is not easy, okay? To go through something like this. They were highly manipulative. Very lustful. Probably had a lot of other relationships besides just you and them that you found out about that you didn't know was a thing. Because they're trying to create a foundation and stability. And it's a whole, like, system they have. This is how they make their money, okay? I keep getting, this is what they do for a job. So the romance scamming thing keeps coming in. I don't know if that's what you dealt with. And it doesn't have to be that. It could be just like, you know, you dealt with a fuck boy. Or like, you know, like a hoe. It could be that. It could be as simple as that. Well, it's not simple, but it could just be that. Oh, the moon. Hello. The moon, 7 of Cups in a Hierophant. You thought you could trust them. You thought you could trust them. You thought they were committed to you. You didn't see what was truly going on. You do now. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Cancer, a Pisces, a Virgo, fellow Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, fellow Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Aries, and I said Taurus. Having it in your own chart, or you're dealing with one, Sag? We got to close it up soon, Saggies. Let's get some more on this. Okay, here's another 4 of Pentacles and a King of Cups upright. Okay, why am I getting that they're still able to convince other people? You might be very annoyed by them at this point because for some reason, they're still able to convince people that they're like a good, upstanding person. They may have done so much damage to your mental, like, I'm not saying you're not mentally well, okay? No. But like they may have done so much damage to your heart and to your mind, to your physical health, perhaps, to the way you function in reality with just in everyday life. Their abuse that they put you through has potentially been so intense that you haven't had the chance to go out and like correct things. And like, why would you have to do that anyways? Well, you don't have to. Time will correct it, right? Time will. Don't worry. People will start to see the truth eventually. Trust me. When you're dealing with somebody like this, there's only everybody's going to start to get a taste of the realness after a while. There's only so much that they could do for so many amounts of people and so long of time. People will start to see the truth. But like, you don't even care to try to correct it or tell people the truth. You've had enough. You don't want to deal with it. It brings back memories. It's triggering. And then while you're going through all that, they're just prancing around, just like doing the same old shit. And victim and creating another and making another victim and doing it to somebody else all over again. They maybe even had the audacity to try to contact you again while they're dealing with somebody else and doing this whole new cycle all over again. This person belongs in prison or a psych ward. This person's absolutely insane. They're abusive. It gives psychopath. They could have grown up, if we're talking about a masculine dealing with the opposite sex, he has a very intense mother wound, or he just hates women. Maybe he grew up with very abusive sisters, he like hates women. It feels like a man that hates women. Like legitimately hates women. That's how it feels. Okay? Place yourself where you see fit. You're the master of your story, Sag. And if you're a man listening, it could be a same-sex thing. If you're a man listening, it could be a same-sex thing. And you're dealing with somebody that's very abusive, that doesn't want to come out. And they're ashamed of their sexuality. And they're taking it out on you in ways that it is like unacceptable. And you've been through enough. You don't want to deal with more abuse. You're trying to like live your life. But this person is still in your heart somewhere. But like, I would almost promise you that this person is like, I don't know if they ever will come out. I don't know. And that could be said about the same thing. If I'm talking to a feminine and you're dealing with the same sex thing, it's like something about, there's like shame and guilt combined with like money shit. And it's like, there's something very strange. And like, you've been abused, you've been hurt. They feel guilt and remorse, but not in a way that normal people do, in a way that just makes them do whatever they're doing more and shove things under the rug even more and exacerbate the issue even more and like cause more abuse. And the cycle continues. Okay, we got to close it up. 3, 3, 4 as I looked at the time. All right, Saggies, let's get one more. 2 of Swords. Yeah, if this person tries to come back towards you, Saggy, I would tell them to go away. 5 of Swords upside down. They're gonna try to put on the waterworks. They could do the whole crocodile tear shit. They're gonna try to pretend like they want back in your life or they want to mend things. Don't fall for it. Okay, please don't. And if this is not your message, Sag, look into your moon placement, your rising placement, your north node. Okay, Saggies. High Priestess, Sag. You already know what we're talking about, Sag. You're intuitive as fuck. And you're going to have people that help you. You have your friends that are helping you that are also intuitive and they're smart as fuck, just like you are. You're going to be fine. You're intuitive. You're a High Priestess. And you have help throughout this. If you need it, if you need it. You might not. You might be fine. This might be old news by now. But, All right, Saggies. I love y'all. Until next time.